this is our first episode back after I just got married. It's been amazing. It's been a ride of a lifetime. But on this episode, we talked about kind of the main four things were Italian brain rot. You'll get to hear Grace on the deep dives that she's been doing over the past couple weeks on Italian brain rot. You will hear all about the streamer university stuff that Cenat has been doing. And I also dive into the world of Roblox as well as credit core scams. Make sure to lock in on those headphones and we'll hear from you soon. Hey, Grace, have you ever heard of Roblox?
I have. It's like a game kids play these days, right? The Gen Alpha kids, the Skibbity kids make memes and brain rot out of Roblox. Or am I thinking about something
Yeah.
else?
No, you're right. You're right. It's a game that like bunch of kids play. I mean, kind of Minecraft-esque, but not Minecraft. But these kids are making bank on this game. Like, did you know that kids are making hundreds of thousands of not honestly probably millions on Roblox right now?
No, how are they doing that?
It's actually insane. Like I was just doing some research obviously for the episode and this girl's page came up. Her name is Kiesia. Sorry if I am pronouncing your name wrong, but Kiesia Watson. She's 22 years old. And she's made, I believe, like the latest article that came out, so it might be a lot higher now, but like she's made over $100,000 in Roblox, which is absolutely insane, right? Because I believe Roblox is a free game, um, but
Mhm.
like they're able to sell things within the game. Like it has their own economy within Roblox. And so there's a bunch of creators, mainly kids, I would say. She's 22, but there's people that are younger that are also doing stuff like this, where they're able to leverage that economy and then just sell some sort of product and just make bank off of it. Her specifically, she creates content, but also has been able to, I believe, like create her own boutique, like fashion boutique within the Roblox ecosystem, which is pretty insane if you think about it.
Mhm. So these kids are making money by making their custom Roblox stuff, like UCG, like custom items like skins, mods, and selling them to other kids who are buying it and translating that to real money somehow?
Yeah, so it's kind of just like the guest that we've had previously, Toaster, right? Like the same way that Toaster creates these paints and sells it via Instagram, these kids are creating their, for instance, with Kiesia, right? Like they're creating, she's creating this fashion product that people buy with virtual currency, and I believe she can then turn that virtual currency into actual dollars, like US dollars, which is absolutely insane. So like there's this whole economy within Roblox that people can just leverage the same way that you would buy or sell a product in quote unquote real life.
Wow. What do you think makes these kids buy these items? Is it because they enjoy their in-game life more than their real life? They want to customize it more?
I mean, I think, right, like it's the same reason why people probably bought FIFA packs when they were playing
Mm-hmm.
FIFA, right? It's like this is more of an aesthetic, but if you're playing Roblox, and again, I've got cousins who live on games like Roblox and Minecraft. I don't personally love these types of games, but I can see why kids do. And so if you're essentially living on this game, whether it's on your phone or on your computer, whatever device that it is that you're playing on, like you're gonna want your character probably to look cool, right? Or you want your
Mm-hmm.
character to have the latest stuff, the same way that kids used to wait in line for Jordans to get the latest drop. They're probably doing the same thing for Kiesia's drops in her boutique, right?
Mm.
And so I think in this world, you can sell anything as long as you can find a way to build hype behind it. And there's an ecosystem to provide money for that. For instance, like you're in SF, the whole NFT craze, what was it, like 3, 4 years ago?
Mm.
Like, what were people actually buying? Some people would say art, other people would say clout, some people would say absolutely nothing. I've definitely lost a lot of money trying to buy and flip NFTs. That's a whole nother story, but it's probably very similar to the Roblox ecosystem. You know what I mean? Like some kids want to look cooler versus other kids care about, I don't know, what shoes that they're wearing or whatever it is that someone is buying or selling on Roblox. So these are just really smart kids, I think, that are into entrepreneurship
Hmm.
and making a killing on this platform and utilizing other kids using their parents' credit cards, most likely to fund these purchases.
I love that. It reminds me of Maple Story, how I spent money on decorating my in-game character actually on Maple Story because there's a whole part of a social ecosystem. I'm sure we're all a social game as well, so you want to look cool in real life, but also look cool with your online friends because you want them to be part of a community, part of a cult. Yeah, it's like NFTs. I was also bought some NFTs, got rug pulled, but it was all fun and games for me at least. Yeah. How do you think Keisha like grows her Roblox following? How are people discovering her?
I think a lot of it is actually like a little bit of content creation. But the cool thing too with her is she's actually done like in-game collabs with real life brands. So like for instance, she's
Mm.
worked with like Forever 21, like Gucci, things like brands like that that will work with her to create some sort of collaboration that they bring into the game and then people buy it with again the Roblox in-game currency, which I believe is called Robux.
Roblox, yeah.
Yeah, right. So I'm pretty sure that that's what they're called and that's how she does it. I'm not sure what that rev share split is, right, between the brand and herself. But if you're collabing with the Gucci's, the Forever 21s, etc. of the world, they're likely going to throw it on their Instagram story or whatever. And so more and more people will then find out about Kiesia and her work and everything like that. It's just insane, right? Like she's 22 years old, apparently generating over six figures annually. Most people that are graduating college right now, right? Like I know you're kind of jaded to this because you live in SF and everyone's a software engineer and they're making software engineering salary, but like the average person leaving school is probably still making like 40, 50 grand, right? And
Mm.
she's
Mhm.
got no college degree. She's taught this all herself, and I think it's absolutely amazing that for this thing that our parents used to look down and frown upon us, right? Playing
Yeah.
video games all the time, there's kids that are making some money from those video games now. It's insane.
That's so awesome. I wish that was around when I was a kid as well. I would be one of those kids if it were for my parents telling me to study more. But that's awesome. It's like doing brand deals with games, but in real life. So I feel like games have become, I feel like, at least when we were growing up, in the 2010s, games were considered like nerdy and like you were popular, at least for me, but you're popular if you get good grades. Now games are cool amongst the kids these days, and it's like cool to like anime, cool to like nerdy things. Oh, I also saw the Roblox. Oh, sorry, that's a Minecraft movie. Sorry, I obviously haven't played games for a while, so I get confused. Roblox, Minecraft. I recently watched a Minecraft movie, and the kids are like screaming chicken jockey and throwing popcorn. This is actually a really wholesome movie. I really liked it. I just confused Roblox with Minecraft. I know
I
you
mean,
build
like
stuff with both of them. Yeah.
I've definitely been confused in the past before. Like I played Minecraft before. I've never played Roblox. I think Roblox was definitely
Mm.
for like the younger generation. I think our generation, Minecraft started to explode as we were getting a little bit older. Like Minecraft was at
Mhm.
that same time, I believe, as Fortnite, I think.
Mhm.
And then like both those things blew up. But then Roblox was like mainly for the kids that were still in like elementary school, middle school at that time. Like even doing research on Kiesia, like she started designing this virtual clothes when she was 8, right? So this has been like a 13, 14-year grind of just like again, designing things, iterating, figuring out the business model, and things like that. But as you know, right, Grace, like once you make that first dollar on the internet, I feel like your world just changes, right? Whether that's
Mhm.
in the creator fund, whether it's Kiesia probably selling something, I think your world just opens up of like, yo, this is insane. Like, how did this money just appear? Just internet money, right? And she must have just gotten addicted to that from the beginning and just kept iterating more and more every single time. And now she's killing it. She's got a business for herself.
That's awesome. Wait, I want to check out her handle. Kiesia
Well,
Roblox.
I only like her Roblox at is C Sapphire, like so C like the letter C and then Sapphire. Um,
Uh-huh. See
let me
Sapphire
see.
Roblox. I'm trying to see the clothes that she is working on.
She's got here. Let me drop you her LinkedIn really quick.
Mhm. Oh, she posted on
So
LinkedIn too?
yeah, she's got her portfolio on there. So that's some of the clothes that you can see some of the clothes that she's designed. So some of it like
Oh,
around Olympics, which is pretty cool. Um,
that's so
yeah, it's pretty
awesome.
insane.
Wow. I love her designs. They're beautiful. And she like 3D models it. Wow, that's impressive. She makes like asset. It's like making real products, but for a game and selling them in this virtual world and making a lot of money for it.
Yeah, I wish I knew
See
how
Sapphire's
hard it
clothing
is to
store.
design this stuff. Like I can imagine how hard it is to design this stuff, but the fact that she's able to do it, um, is probably insane, especially if she's been doing it since she was 8. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy.
Dedication.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Kiesia.
that's so cool. Yeah, she's killing it. Wow, she has a bunny too. Oh, she has a bunny! Wait, should I just share my screen to show it? I'm looking.
Oh yeah, yeah,
She
yeah,
has a
yeah, for sure, for
bunny.
sure.
She has a oh, it skipped. But she had like a bunny thing. Very cute bunny
So okay, so 50
scooter.
Robux. How much is 50?
I have no idea. 50
Let's see.
Robux.
Bu- 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 So 1,000 Robux is $1.25. So
Oh, I'm trying to
wait,
find her clothing. So this is her inventory. See Sapphire at Roblox. To her Twitter.
buy Robux.
Man, it's so cool. I love how she like showcases her progress.
Let's
Oh,
see.
she makes
So
them in like Blender. Hmm.
the most expensive is 500 Robux for $5. So that equates to a 1 Roblox per penny. So she's just selling that thing for 50 cents. So she's making $100,000 off of selling things for like $1. That's insane. That's so much volume.
Yeah, that is. She's selling so many, and maybe she's like one of the top sellers. And she just has 10K on Twitter, and she's also making a shit ton of money.
Yeah, I think it's
That's
all
so
just in
awesome.
game. Like just people know her in game. You know what I mean? Which is shout out to
Yeah,
her.
famous
She
in
just needs to
Roblox.
sell a more expensive product.
Yeah, that's crazy. There's a bunny one, and she just sells like fashion, clothing store. I think I need to maybe go into Roblox to see. I have played Roblox like once during the pandemic. I was like in a meeting on Roblox, but it's cute. It's cute.
Yeah, I've
And like I
never
saw on Twitter, she like 3D models all of it. So I feel like it's a lot of work too to like paint all of that and like model. It's so cool. Like it
yeah,
looks
that's
like
insane.
Blender. Yeah. So it's like making art and selling it, have a limited supply and pricing it. That's so cool.
Yeah, I wonder what the market is like here, right? Like if she's selling it for again 50 cents to $1, like is that just because she's selling on the cheaper end or is there a high end Roblox market? You know what I mean? But would like also make no sense to me because you can't make higher quality Roblox equipment the same, right? Like you can't do it the same way like Gucci does or Louis Vuitton or whatever, right? Like because they're selling you higher quality
So
stuff
actually you
in
can.
really.
I was in a similar dynamic as Maple Story. There was like rare hair designs, rare clothing, rare weapons in the game that could make you more powerful. A Maple Story, and that's all RNG. So you had to roll a dice, and you had to spend money to roll each dice to get like
Oh,
the weapon with the same stats. It's also like a status symbol. You have like an emblem weapon. If you click on your profile that have a special badge on it, you're like people will look at you be like, oh, they have an emblem weapon, and just like they also like have better stats so you can like defeat bosses faster and make bigger attacks too. So there's rarity in economics, and there's also like a whole forum or whole like free market with Maple Story. It's like selling these weapons, buy low, sell high, whole like stock system.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's a whole rabbit hole
I
that I
like, I
remember my previous
understand
life
it.
I was in.
No, like, I get it. I understand the economics behind it. I don't understand the mindset behind it. Like, I am someone
Mhm.
who absolutely hates buying aesthetics in video games. I'm like, this is the biggest waste of money. Why do people pay for this? Blah blah blah. But like, I have friends that will put money into FIFA, for instance, um, to be able to put a tattoo on their player. And I'm like, this is so stupid. Why are you guys doing this?
I spent
Um,
$100 on my hair on Maple Story. I was so happy with it. I made it my lock screen for like 3 years.
like
My
I
Maple Story.
like that makes no sense to me. Like, again, maybe I'm just a Debbie Downer, right? Like, but like that makes zero sense to me why people do that. But people do.
Mm,
And that's why people like Kiesia make money. You know what I mean?
mhm.
And like the rarity behind things and stuff like that, especially if she's collaborating with like Gucci and brands like that. Um, I'm just happy that she's killing it. That's amazing.
Mhm. Yeah, no, I kinda get it because I used to it's gonna go TMI, but, like, in middle school, in high school, I was just, like, a loner kid. I was, like, a nerdy, a closet weeb loner kid who didn't have that many friends in school. So I had friends on MapleStory, and I found, like, I had, like, a really shiny, cute character, and I feel like I fit in to society there. Um, and I felt like I belonged somewhere. I'm not trying to say that like people who spend money on games don't feel like they belong in real life, but that's where I spent money on games. It's like, ooh, I feel like outcast, like a little outcast from like my real life society, but I feel like I have like a cool circle of friends online. Now I have a cool circle of friends in real life that I'm just like I would never spend money on my in-game character. I'll spend money like on my own real life accessories, which I do. So at least that was the real reason why I was. And I feel like, especially of this upcoming generation, there's so much like online iPad kid brain rot that's it's like it become normal to like grow up in like a game environment and like not and lose social skills. Um, so I could probably see why their social skills are probably like kind of cooked and not as developed as like people without iPads growing up are like. So it become normal to have like a life in a game instead of a life with a life in real life too. But being a bit more like happier with the life in the game because people have more are more connected but also feel lonelier than ever. As I read
Yeah.
somewhere, so they feel like their escape is like in game. Also, kids are really judgmental. Like kids, at least in my generation, like kids will bully you if you like are weird, if you fit like are weird in any way. As a former person who was bullied and a bully myself, so I understand how kids want to have a safe space online where they feel like they're not judged and they feel like can be themselves, express themselves, wear cool clothes. At least in my experience, like my parents are like really strict and they didn't let me wear a lot of cool clothes. But I could wear cool clothes on Maple Story and express myself there. So that was why I bought like spent money on clothes. I
No,
also
that's
like
fair.
took my lunch money and I spent it on I got NX Cash at Walgreens. NX Cash is like Maple Story Cash to buy like shiny bunny headpieces.
Oh, I love it. I love it. That's so funny. I just started watching this new anime that my cousin put me onto called Shangri-La Frontier. And so it's kind of talking about this. It's all about like Ready Player One, essentially like VR, and it's this VR game called Shangri-La. And so like the anime is about this character running through, basically trying to speed run this game. Um so it's been really interesting to see and like your perspective on like if you're maybe you just want to be a different personality, right, within the game, which I totally
Hmm.
get. And I understand that. It's just for me, I'm like, dang, people really be dropping bread on virtual stuff. But also at the same time, like I lost a lot of money buying NFTs. So like I guess
Hmm.
I'm also part of the problem. Um, but you were talking about like brain rot and kids, iPad generation, things like that. I know you had a topic that you've been just researching upon researching upon researching. I don't know why you're researching it, but you are. But You could go ahead, Grace.
Man, have you heard of Italian brain rot?
I have heard of it, and I
Italian.
have tried to stay as far away from it as possible
Why do you try to stay as far away from it as possible?
because I could care less about tra la 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 or whatever the next term is slang that's gonna
Oh, the
come
big
out of
baby
here.
shark troller now. I'm in too deep. Okay, man, this is all because my boyfriend Justin Strong, he was building something for high school kids and trying to understand the generation more. So he made like a burner TikTok account and just like I don't know, I like set his age to like 13 and just like scrolled throughout the whole thing. Man, okay, so brain rot is things that rot your brain and they don't make sense. Italian brain rot specifically, it's like AI generated like animals plus objects smushed together as like a character. And then people use it with the Italian TikTok voice and they like name them characters and they spew like Italian stuff. Um Also there's like a dark side of it too where they have a hidden meaning about Muslims. If you put like two of them together, it's like apparently like insulting Muslims God too. The dark side to it. But also there's people who have been making there's a whole lore to it. I think that makes sense if I show my screen like, Italian brain rot. So there's a couple of like YouTube channels. One of them's called Riz Records.
Of course,
Riz
of
Records.
course.
Yeah, I'm gonna share this. So Italian brain rot, you guys haven't seen. It's these cute characters. They're just like this is Tong 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 Sahor, Tralira, Tralala, Chimpazzini, Bananini, um, Larila, Larila, Tong 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 Sahor. Um,
I hate this.
and wait, I need to zoom out.
Wait, this
Wait,
is at Walmart? Walmart is selling the stuff
yeah, they
already?
have toys now. They're monetizing the brain rot toys.
Wait, but
I'm like Loki.
who is selling it though?
Walmart is. So
No,
I'm
no,
just
but
search
like
hamburger.
who's the brand though? You
Oh,
know what I
let's
mean?
see. I have no idea. Safety Daddy? What? Safety
Safety.
Daddy? Safety Daddy? I don't know what Safety
Are they
Daddy is.
just a
What kind of
drop shipper? Because these are all
seems
just
like it.
random products.
Probably. And yeah, I don't know who owns Italian Brain Rot, but like like my YouTube is full of Italian Brain Rot. Um and people rate
This
them
is
and they have
ridiculous.
anime. I share this with so many of my friends, Italian Brain Rot anime opening. Like anyway. And it's like it honestly like slaps, no cap. Um and I made sure this other channel. It's called wait, I probably find it. So this guy, he makes like Italian brain rot videos.
Oh my god.
Like a
What was
bunch
he
of
doing
Italian
before?
and endings. Um oh they have more. Brain rot lo-fi beats.
Brain rot
Brain rot apps,
drill?
brain rot products, anime opening, anime ending. And there's also like Italian brain rot. There's also like Riz Records. Riz Records is another one. Um, so these characters they have backstories. So basically, there's Ballerina Cappuccina and Cappuccino Assassino. They're originally like in love with each other, but then Tong 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 Sahor steals Ballerina Cappuccina, and then Cappuccino Assassino kills Tong 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 Sahor because he got really mad that Tong Tong Sahor stole Ballerina Cappuccina. Um, and the comment section is like, this is gonna get like not safe for work. But they were saying how Tong 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 Sahor has a big wood, and that's why.
Oh my god. What is my brain hurts. Uh I didn't realize that it was this built out. Like I didn't know it was a world, right? I literally just thought it was a meme, but again, at the same time, like Skibbity Toilet has toys in Target and Walmart. Um, is this? I don't know if you know, but like, is this actually memes from Italy that America has just adopted, or is this literally just something that was made in America? Do you
I believe
know?
it was made in America because it's basically like some kids, I actually don't know how it originated, but some kids like decided to make these like AI characters and put the TikTok Italian voice filter about it. Um yeah, and these things have like millions of views.
Yeah, but like this isn't Italian, so to say. Like this is
No,
actually just
it's not
American brain rot, but with Italian words.
yeah, that sounds Italian with the voice filter. That's why they call it
Yeah,
Italian
yeah,
brain
yeah.
rot.
I thought this was like actual Italian brain. Like this is what the kids of Italy were watching, and then it somehow came over to the
Oh, no, no,
U.S.
no, no, no. Yeah.
That makes this so much
But
more interesting because, like, who was the first kid that just decided to turn this trend into a crazy thing? You know what I mean? Because this
yeah,
is,
it's
I mean, this is
It's
blown up like
crazy. Oh,
crazy.
I need to show you this video. Damn. See, there's like red. See, like ballerina, cappuccino, and Trolla having kids. Someone also who are pregnant. See, there's like kind of fucked up. But like,
What is
yeah,
going on? I hate this
I
world.
don't know.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I've been sending a lot of this to my friends. I'm gonna host an Italian bring up party and just like print
I
out the
can see
characters
that.
and like tell people to rate them. Yeah,
Yeah, but like that, this
your
animation is
ballerina
like
cappuccino.
great. Like that thumbnail right there, the Riz one up. If you go up a little bit, down a little bit, down a little bit,
Which one?
down a little bit more. That one, like the Attack on Titan
This one?
kind of looking one.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
like that's an insane animation thumb.
Mm-hmm. It's all AI stuff. As you can tell,
Yeah.
I watched all these videos because I was just like in the rabbit hole.
Oh, I mean, you can see the ChatGPT logo in the top left when you scroll over the thumb for the Attack on Titan. Like you see it on all of them right there.
This one?
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
That's the ChatGPT or OpenAI logo,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah. It might have
That's
been my Chrome
insane.
plugin or something. I was trying to pick up my app, so I don't know what that does.
Okay, so these creators, Mr. Riz, whoever it may be, right? Like they're making, I would assume, money off of these things
Mm-hmm.
uh via ads or whatever it may be. If
Yeah.
you were to build a business around this, what would you do?
I would actually probably let me think about it actually. I was gonna make okay, so first of all, I'm gonna make like Italian brain rot content on like it's gonna sound really weird, but one of my ideas that Justin Strong gave me was um using these characters and like giving design advice. So what Tong Jung Tor say to the designers, and what a ballerina cappuccino give for designers, and just like
Mm.
make the personas and just like tap on the trend. Um, I would like get better at like prompting Sora, prompting these AI video tools to like make music videos and make lores and make storylines with these characters, and maybe like making UCG content out of it too, because one of my friends, Oleg, that I met at my friend's birthday party, kind of similar, not very similar, but he basically his this is his TikTok. He makes a lot of money from his TikTok, and
Mhm.
he used one of his like picture. He just took one photo of himself, plugs into AI, and it makes his all these UCG videos of him promoting these tools. He gets a little money from it. So I would make
Are
like
these
AI
all AI
UCG content.
generated videos?
Yes, they are. He just like put in
Interesting.
his face, and then the AI made it all for him. Because the hand, you can tell the hands.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it gives AI mannerisms, but
Yeah. But he's making bang from like brand deals apparently from this.
really?
It's crazy. And this makes me kind of sad. Also, one of my other friends is building this AI companion. It's like you clone yourself with AI. Like or imagining $1,000 without lifting a finger. Your twin AI does all the work. So it's like cloning yourself and like making
Yeah, these
content
companion things are so
for
weird
yourself.
to me. Like I know it's gonna work, it's gonna
Mhm.
kill, but like for instance, right, if you scroll up a little bit, um, like if you scroll down to the what is it, Gen AI, like
Yeah,
Gen's
Jin's
AI
AI twin,
twin,
yeah.
like what's stopping someone from just making a Jenny AI, right? Like
Hmm.
from K-pop, right? Like
Mhm.
it's so weird. I get it. I get it. And it's gonna blow up. Um, but to me it's like this futuristic world, I love it, but at the same time I'm so scared at the same time cuz it's like if Jen's AI twin, let's just say, right, actually becomes really good, what's what's going to be the difference between me becoming friends with Gen AI versus me becoming friends with Grace?
Mhm. Yeah, it's kind of sad how
That's what I'm
people
saying.
are. It's like these AI girlfriends and boyfriends too. It's really sad in my opinion, but people are paying bank for that stuff because again, I feel like it ties into the loneliness epidemic where people feel more connected online but are more lonely in real life. So they resort to these companion tools to make them feel less lonely, to
But wouldn't
fulfill their
that
human
still
needs.
just make them more connected online though?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like
Like
a
I get it.
sad
I get it.
spiral.
Like I think I'm lucky, right? Because again, me and Michelle, we've been together for 11 years now, right? But like I talked to a lot of my guy friends and it's really hard to like date nowadays. Um and like I can understand why people want, or not even just date, right? Just making friends, I think is really hard for most people nowadays. I think you and I are different because we like building communities, and we've built
Mm-hmm.
communities for a while now. Um, but I think it is kind of scary where this AI stuff goes in the future, especially just from a guy's lens, and dating and things like that. But
It's creepy, yeah. This is a random side note, but me and my friend I'm meeting later. Uh, we're both like in the tech bro AI space, so we're running a little experiment. We asked GP, we made a Hinge profile of an AI girl.
interesting just to
Oh
see
man,
where this goes. Keep going, keep
I'm gonna
going.
meet her later today. I'll see how it's up to. She literally lives like 2 blocks away from me, and she's only great friends. And we just asked GPT like, what kind of woman would a tech bro be attracted to? And made a and how would she look like? And make a Hinge profile of like bikini photos, reading like 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel, like at a hacker house, and
I literally have zero to one right here.
oh shit, the
It's like
universe,
I
yes,
got that. I've got like 4 hour work week right here. Like it's just
yeah. Yeah, but
the
you
tech bro.
read
The
it
tech
zero
bro
to
is
one.
me.
Yeah, the tech bros. I'm a tech bro too. I mean, it's getting a lot of likes, and people are like getting roses on Hinge too, which are like super likes. Um, I'll talk with her today, see how it goes. But people are falling for that shit, and people are falling for this fictional AI girl in San Francisco. These thirsty tech bros.
I'm again, I don't know where this goes. You know what I mean? Like I want to be optimistic and say that the world of AI is going to be amazing, yada 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 yada, right? But like the cynical side of me is like I think I've seen how iPads have changed like generational differences between just like how myself, I mean, I have a bunch of like younger cousins that are part of kind of like that iPad generation. And like the difference between the two is absolutely insane. And just in terms of like understanding how to have a normal conversation, so to say. And I'm like, what does that look
Mm,
like for the growing up with AI companionship generation? Right? Like I
mm.
don't know. I want it. I want to say that it allows them to connect to people more, but the cynical side of me is like, we might be looking at a Wally world in the future. Like,
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Like,
I hope
I
not.
feel
I
like
hope not.
yeah, I've been seeing like AI nursery it's like AI childcare, and like the parents give the kid iPads, and it's like a character talking to them, responding custom, and like AI toys where the toys respond to the kids' actions. And then like AI nursing home apps. We're having AI companion to solve loneliness. It's like scaling human interaction instead of having a
Yeah,
human. But
but
also
it's
like
also
pros and cons. Cause like I
well,
was also
go
seeing
ahead, go ahead.
AI interviewers. Like, oh yeah, AI interviewers. At first it seems really dehumanizing to when you're applying for a job, talking to an AI to interview you, because like other company doesn't give a shit to send someone because you're giving your time and they get AI. But some people actually like it because they give like more customized feedback versus humans sometimes don't want to give feedback to your interview style. So I don't know, pros and cons, like a learning opportunity for them too.
I mean, I think like it's good and bad, right? But it's just a matter of which side the pendulum ultimately swings on, right? And I think it's also weird, for instance, if you look at a lot of the people, a lot of the tech people of the world, right? They don't like to have their kids on social media, even though they're the ones that created social media. And like
Mm.
I think that's weird, right? Like you go and listen to anything that Chamath says, like that man helped build Facebook, and he it seems like he hates social media, right? And I think a lot
Mm.
of people that work on these platforms have sort of this lens because they understand why things like Facebook, TikTok, Reels, whatever it may be, pop so well because of the side of the brain that it plays on and like all the psychology and things of that nature. But I always like to look at people's actions rather than their words, right? And like if these, let's just call it people that were super influential in the algorithms and things of that nature, don't actually allow their kids to spend that much time utilizing these algorithms, I think that's scary. And so like my question would be like for all these people that are building these AI um uh like language models and things of that nature, what are they doing? Are they are they actually allowing their kid to be nannied by this AI robot, or are they just building it because they know that there's money if it works, right? And
Mhm.
again, we won't know the answer to that until like 10, 15 years down the line. I would say the same way that we don't know or we didn't see this stuff around social media until now, as like the Chamaths of the world are starting to have kids and talk about it and like their parenting styles and stuff. But I think that's always something interesting because I think you can relate to it. A lot of the people that are building these AI things are typically just really smart people, A, B, really just money hungry people. And so they're going to do whatever it takes just to get that next VC injection or whatever it may be. Um, and I don't necessarily know if those two things, while great entrepreneurial wise, necessarily equal the best thing in the world for humanity.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, I
we'll see.
agree.
Who knows?
When did you get on social
You're
media?
into that world a lot deeper than I am because you live in SF. So you're a lot closer to it than
Yeah.
I am.
Oh my god, I went to a AI conference last week. It was called Upscale Conference. My one of my sponsors, Free Big Beers, gave me a free ticket, and it was literally 10-minute walk from my house. So I went. Um, and there's so many Gen AI video companies, and they're trying to get in front of more creators and replace them and teach them how to prompt. And their videos are pretty good. And yeah, and I'm kind of scared, but also excited at the same time. They have so much money to like spend on design buddies and hiring people and like advertising, and I'm like a little bit hesitant on sharing that stuff with design buddies. Um, just because there's so many people doing the same thing, and also like I high key don't know what kind of data, what kind of content the video is trained on, and I would feel bad if it's like ripping off a bunch of artists' work. Because as an artist myself, like I spent years like improving my craft and illustration and seeing how people can just make money, be really successful for it just by like spending 1 minute to prompt AI kind of makes me a little sad. Um, so yeah, I don't know. That's why I'm like hesitant. But at the same time, I like it. I like to use AI to give me feedback on my design stuff. Like I've used it to give me feedback on like my thumbnail designs. I've used it to give me feedback on my LinkedIn. writing, but I would never like use AI to like make it from scratch. So I don't know, but at the same time, I use AI to make music, and I know musicians would cringe when they hear that. It's like using AI to like give you skills you normally don't have. I mean, I would never share anything in public I made with AI. Just like I wrote a couple of diss tracks to share with my friends because I thought it was funny. Oh,
I
I don't
love
know how
it.
I tell you
I
this
love
before.
it though.
So I just like use it to like make memes and troll. Cause it's like funny, but I would never claim that I made it. I'm just like, hi friends, here's this AI song I made to diss this person, kind of like them because they did XYZ. Yeah, and it was like the best. People loved it. I thought of making a dance to it, but I thought that'd be a little bit too much, and I don't want to get.
No, but that's dope. That's dope, right? And I think there's a beauty in that because let's just say you use Drake's voice or whoever, right? Like you would never be able to get Drake to record that. And yes, there
Hmm.
is some pros and cons to utilizing people's voice the same way that if OpenAI trained off of, or any of the Gen AI video companies that you're talking about trained off of Design Buddies designers and things like that, right? Um, I think it's gonna be more of trying to figure out where does this balance actually lie, or if there even is a balance, right? Because even I think right now there's that lawsuit with YouTubers that are complaining that I think it's OpenAI trained off of just YouTube in general and whether that's
Oh.
illegal or not. Um, and like that's interesting because if you think about it, right? Like, what's the difference between OpenAI training on Khan Academy videos to learn math or whatever versus you or I doing it?
Hmm.
Yes, technically one's not human, but like it's essentially the same action. And so what like
Hmm.
I think the lines really blur. We've already seen how hard of a time blurred lines are in social media in general are. I don't have any faith that the line for social media is going to get any clearer anytime soon. Which that means the AI line will just continue to keep getting blurrier and blurrier, I feel, over the next probably 5 years before we start to see any sort of, whether it's regulation or like trying to figure out where designers get paid for things or things like that. Um, I think it's gonna be really tough, uh, which
Hmm.
sucks because you guys do deserve credit for the stuff that you've done. But like also anything that you throw into Chat GPT is probably being used for it to train on and build something in the future.
Hmm. I mean, we also do ChatGPT for our team at Co-Create. Um, we use ChatGPT to like make images based on our own art. I've also I'm also planning to use it to test how this. I haven't done it yet, but I'm planning to train ChatGPT on my own art to make more bunny emotes, more assets for design buddies, and give me more ideas. But I don't think it's that good, so I'm just gonna use it to like draw myself, but like for ideas. Um, yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
I'm
that would be
excited
dope,
and
right?
like
Like
concerned at the same
if
time. Yeah.
ChatGPT could just be our thumbnail artist. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like we train it on our thumbnails for this podcast, right? And it gets
Mm-hmm.
better and better and
Yeah.
better. And then now we just have to like give it a prompt, and then instead of you having to design it, uh, it just pops out, right? Or the same way that if there's like a better AI editor, right? Even the one that I use right now, like that one is great in terms of cutting back and forth between you and I, so that I don't have to do it manually. But like if there's a AI editor out there that like can cut things out or whatever it may be, like those are super helpful tools for most creators, I would say. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but again, the line is blurred because it's like, does it train off of all of our stuff and then it goes and helps, like again, Colin and Samir aren't a competitor to us, like they don't even know who we are at this point, but like is that an issue if Colin and Samir ask for a thumbnail via, let's just call it ChatGPT, and it's using inspiration from us to create it because we've trained the ChatGPT AI to just essentially become a thumbnail editor for us. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know. Again, lines are blurred, so we'll see where it ends up.
Yeah. You'll see, you'll see. Well, meanwhile, just leverage these tools to your advantage.
Right? Ask for forgiveness. Like, right? So just keep
Mm-hmm.
doing it because someone, in my opinion, someone's doing it. So you might as
Yeah,
well try it
someone's doing it.
yourself.
How to stay ahead, man. Yeah. I know there's other topic you want to talk about. Streamer University.
Yeah, we can. This will probably be a quick one. But
Mhm.
like, I'm not sure if you've been paying attention to what Cenat has been doing, in the streamer world. Like, do you know who Cenat is?
I've seen Streamer University, but I didn't look too deep into it yet.
So Kai is a streamer, very mainstream now, but more in like the black community. And I believe he started blowing up, I want to say like 3-4 years ago, maybe a little longer than that. I would say around like COVID timeframe. Um, but he's just absolutely been killing it. And you and I both know when it comes to content creator courses, a lot of them are very scammy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the Ty Lopez's of the world, insert whatever creator course out there. There's a lot of let's just say snake oil salesmen in the world, or in that world. But the unique thing about Kai's was, I believe it was free. Let me just see. I believe it was free. And so if it was free, then Kai put up all the money, or he found sponsors to pay for it all. But I want you to just watch this for a second. Let
Mm-hmm.
me know if you can hear this. But look at this trailer for Streamer University. Like, this is not a Ty Lopez video. I haven't played it yet, but like, this is not a Ty Lopez video or anything like that. This is a production. Let me see if you can hear this.
Gotta be the wrong place, bro. Said 9 and 3
Yeah, I can
quarters.
hear.
Can you hear it?
The right address?
Yeah.
What you mean? I'm sure. I know Kai didn't send us to no fucking gas station, bro. Let's see. Let's go. Fucking nah, I was expecting some shit more like Polar Express. Fucking gas station? Are you serious? Force me. What's up, man? I'm looking for pump 9 3/4. Pump 9? Right. 3/4. What do you mean by 3/4? 3/4. What that mean? Professor Kai, we're trying to get to Stream University. Professor who? How you work in the store and you don't know what we talking about? That's what I'm asking you. Backwoods. That's all right, boss. Fuck it. Let's go. I knew this shit was fake all along. Yeah, boy, probably lost, man.
Do you see where this is from? Do you see what he's doing? Grace?
No. Wait.
Have
Wait, I
you ever
don't
watched
get
Harry
it.
Potter?
No.
Oh, you never watched Harry Potter? Okay, never mind. So Harry
I
Potter,
watched it
there's
like
like,
when I was really young, and I don't remember anything.
so Harry Potter, I forget
don't
what
count as-
platform it is. No, you're good. So I don't really know much about Harry Potter. I just worked at Universal for a long time. And so like, there's like platform, I believe it's 9 3/4 or 9.5 or something like that.
Oh.
And so that's how they get into Hogwarts. That's what Kai has basically created in this world of Streamer University. That's why they're talking about
Oh.
like pump 9 3/4, and essentially.
Oh.
So again, storytelling,
That's
right?
cute.
Insane storytelling. All right,
Yeah.
let me show you the rest of this.
Man, leave this nigga fucking lying to us, bro. Professor Kai, more like Professor fucking asshole. Professor liar, Professor my ass. Your fault, bro. How the fuck is it my fault, bro? You gotta send me to a hood look like Boy Scouts, bro.
Oh. Did the Harry Potter
Oh, shit, when he was
platform.
in the fairy tale. Let's go.
Next stop, Streamer University.
Hogwarts or Streamer University.
Reggie on here? Shit, I know you love the application. What the fuck? And we got cream seats on the train? Fuck this train.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Streamer Express. You guys are the very first class to attend Streamer University. But this school comes rules.
What's got
Rule
in it?
number 1, under any circumstances, do not leak the address of the university.
Still give me vibes.
That's why
I'm not leaking the address.
Bill get swatted. Secondly, boutique uniforms.
Right now. Taylor, matter of fact, I'm gonna have somebody come tailor your jacket.
Third, I would like to let you guys know that everything that you guys are seeing, wearing, or going to is completely free.
Free? Oh my God.
Now, for what you guys all been waiting for. If you turn your heads to the left, you guys will see Streamer University.
Yo, what the fuck? It's us.
I look forward to seeing you all soon at the organization.
It's like Hogwarts. It's cute though. I like it.
The production on this is crazy.
Yeah.
So again, that's a YouTube video, right? Like or like a trailer for what Kai created. It was in
Mhm.
person. It was on a campus the same way that like you would go to a college campus or anything like that. But it was like 4 days essentially. And so he did all of this by himself. Well, not by himself, obviously his team and stuff like that. But he's put it on for himself. He's part of this group called AMP. And so there's other groups within AMP that all taught like courses to these students about streaming or whatever it may be. The guy that took it the most serious, his name is Agent 00 or 00. A lot of people just call him Agent. And like I've been watching some of the clips that have popped up on my TikTok and stuff. His class was actually really good. So I would say try to find it online. If you're listening to this, check it out. Like whether it's streaming or whether it's just regular content like YouTube or whatever content that you are creating, like his class is really good in terms of laying down what you need, what to look for, how to think about things, everything like that. But yeah, so streaming universities seem to be doing really well. There was definitely some controversies, but like with streamers, you never know if it's just entertainment or if it's actual controversy, right? But it seemed like Kai did a really good job with this.
Mhm.
And it seemed to go really well. It just ended last week. So time will tell if it was like a good success or not. But at least from the clips that I've seen, it was top tier.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Yeah, my co-founder is actually inspired by this to like build like a demo day of like our top performing students, invite them to like a little retreat and make a lot of content and jam on like design and content together after the cohort too.
That would be so dope.
That's
I
cool.
think like
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me, whenever I think about stuff like this, it's like, how do you give an amazing experience to someone who's never experienced that before? Because I think
Mhm.
when you do that, you just lock them in for life, whatever that may be, right? Whether it's loyalty that you're looking for or whether it's just their mindset that you're looking for, right? Like, for instance, that first dollar that you make on the internet, I think when people experience that, most people are locked in on that for the rest of their life. And like that drives them forever. And I think that's probably the same thing that Kai has done in the streamer world with these streamers that he brought onto the campus. I'm looking at it now, 120 creators actually, which is insane. But you could probably do it too with designers, right? Because I assume that experience would be great because I know you know how to throw amazing events, but also B, it's something that those designers have probably never experienced before because a lot of them are probably just getting established or up and coming, and they've never had that VIP feel look before.
Mhm.
And you being that first into that world allows you to just put like a stake into your brand as or with them essentially.
Yeah. We did that with retreat. We hosted like a retreat before a conference. We rented like 2 mansions in Pacifica and we just like made content all day and like went to the beach, went on fun excursions. And now a bunch of these students are helping us out and like kind of working for us on a contract basis.
I love that. That's amazing. So I don't have much else to talk about Streamer University. I just
Yeah.
wanted to give like a shout out um to what Kai is doing and the AMP squad. The clips have been popping up on my feed over the past like few days, and it's been really cool to check it out. I don't know a bunch about it, how much money he made, if he made any money or anything like that, but it does seem like just a dope time that they were able to create for
Yeah.
all these creators.
That's so awesome. I love the branding of their website too. It's like very Hogwarts, very just like university-esque. And I saw their have a streaming university too they are recruiting for, so I'll probably do it again
I would
sometime.
assume so. I think they did like video applications for everything
Mm.
for at least the first
Mm-hmm.
class. I would assume you probably have to do the same, right, for future classes. But if class 1 is 120, like I think it could get pretty crazy really quickly if Kai's able to find funding for this thing or continuously find funding for this.
Yeah, that's so cool. You can become a professor too.
Oh, that'd be
That's
so
so
dope.
cool. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that's all I want to talk about with streaming university is like it's dope what they're doing. And it's not
Uh-huh.
this scam thing that most people do in the content creator world of like, I'm gonna teach you how to be rich. Like, no, there's actual
Wait,
stuff being
I'm
done here,
so
it seems like.
curious. Talking about scams, usually what happens, it's like they promise. I never taken a creator course, by the way, and I never like looked too deep into it because I never thought of taking a course. So they basically like promise that you'll earn a lot of money, and they just kind of like tell you like basic information, like what makes it what makes them a scam, and how can people, how can like creators who are looking to take a course, um, look at other courses to determine if they're a scam.
So it's like so I've never taken a creator course. I have a bunch of friends that have. Um, the reason that I say it's a scam is, or a lot of them are scams, is because what they are promising is something that they can't do for you. And what I
Mm-hmm.
mean by that, right? Like you are in the creator world, you understand. There is nothing and no one that you can pay for typically right now that can just blow up. Let's, for instance, take this podcast, right? There's no one that we can just pay to create a thumbnail for or whatever it may be to just blow up this podcast right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's impossible, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the way that these courses are pitched to a lot of people is that, hey, if you join this course, you're going to blow up. And a lot of times they
Mm-hmm.
don't mention how much hard work it takes or how many
Mm-hmm.
misses or how long it's going to take or anything like that. That's my issue with it is, again, is it going to work for you? Maybe, maybe not. But I would liken it to the same thing around, oh, not the thumbs up popping up. Like I would liken it to like any weight loss quick type of thing as well. Like
Mm-hmm.
will that skinny tea work for you? Maybe, right? Like it might work if you do it for 5 years, 10 years or whatever it may be, right? But it's not going to fix the core issue for you, likely if you're overweight, where you just need to exercise more and eat better.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing with content creators, where I think a lot of these courses are like, they don't actually teach you real things. It's more of just to get you in the door so that they can upsell you more and more and more on the back end. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, like you're actually not growing because you haven't done this thing. And this thing is going to cost you an extra $500 or an extra $1,000 or whatever. So that's what I say, that it's a pyramid scheme, so to say, or not pyramid scheme, but scam, because it's like, if you look at the incentive model of a lot of these things, they're not incentivized for you to get better at being a content creator.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for instance, Kai's thing, he's incentivized for these people to become better content creators, because it's free. There's likely something, if it's free and the creators do well in the future, that means that this streamer university thing grows, which likely means he can get bigger and better brand deals to fund streamer university in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of incentivized to make this thing work, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at if you look at these content creator courses, there's not really much incentive for the creator to do well, because it's like, if you, for instance, if I sell you a course, Grace, right? If you do really well, you leave my ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to buy the course anymore. You're gone. You paid me, let's just call it $200, $500, whatever it is, but that's all I make from you. But my incentive actually is to probably make you do a little bit, like do decent, so that you grow trust in me, so that I can sell you on the real moneymaker, the $500 coaching thing, or the
Mm-hmm.
$1,000 one-on-one package, whatever it may be. So I always like
Mm-hmm.
to look at incentives of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that typically opens up a lot of eyes, or at least it opens up a lot for me in terms of trying to understand the business model and why things are the way things are.
Mm. Yeah, it makes sense. Try to like get them and upsell them so they're never like good enough. They have to keep buying your course to be good enough. And endless wheel.
Yeah. Like, it's like university, like regular schools. I don't think that regular
Mm-hmm.
schools are necessarily scams. I just think a lot of people are playing the game differently, or playing the game wrong, so to say.
Yes.
Um,
Well, it depends
I
on your
think
goals, I feel.
exactly. But
Depends on your goals, yeah.
I've literally sat in a meeting, an alumni meeting for my university, where they're like, "Hey, we're coming up with this new master's in business degree." Um, and we're like, "Okay, that cool. Like, tell us a little bit more about it." They're like, "Yeah, it's not for students who graduated with a business degree from the university." I was like, "Okay, interesting. Who's it for?" "Oh, this is actually, like, this master's degree is actually for all the students that are graduating with, like, these bad degrees, the Englishes, the social science, whatever, who can't find jobs, so that they come back to our university, and so they can become more like, what's the word that I'm looking for? Like, not palatable, but um they have more like recs, so to say, for getting a job once they graduate." And I'm like,
Mm.
you're pitching most of these students that they're going to graduate with a job. Maybe you're not pitching it, but that's like the stereotype of going into college. But now you're also pitching that, oh, our first degree sucked, basically. You got to come back and get the second one. It'll be much, much better. And I'm like, again, incentives, right? Because these schools need these students to come back um, to make money. And it's
Mm-hmm.
always, I think it all just comes down to little micro incentives. Um, and once you understand that, or once you start looking for that, I think a lot of doors start opening up for understanding why things are the way they are.
Mm. Makes sense. Yeah. At least we try not to be scammy like that with design buddies. We try to have them hired ASAP and so they can like be free. And sometimes they come back to be coaches, but we also pay them, not them pay us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Right. So again, I could go a whole rant on that.
Yeah.
My whole world is
Uh-huh.
higher education, but um, yeah, I think this has been a good episode. Do you have anything else
Yeah, I
that
think
you
so
want to talk
too.
about?
I think that's it from my end. We dived into a lot of spicy topics.
Yeah, this is great. All right, guys. See you guys next time. Peace.
Bye.